Hello, friends. Are you the type of person where your mama didn't love you enough? Are you the type of person where when you see pain in the eyes of others, inside, you smile? Well, luckily, Wizards of the Coast has made flash decks for that. So today we're going to be playing a flash archetype, but it's not Simic Flash. It's not Bant Flash. We're playing Temur Flash. So this is something that's been floating around in MTGO tournaments recently. Has done pretty well a couple times in a couple different competitive atmospheres. So I wanted to pick up this deck and I wanted to give it a try. I don't play a lot of Flash, but it is an archetype that's very good all the time, and it's very hated a lot of the time. So we gave it a try, and it's awesome. This version I like. It adds in the red. You get Ionize. You get access to Ionize and Bone Crusher Giant, which is a little bit Bone Crusher Giant a little bit better against mono red. Ionize is just more sources of counters as well. And then you also get access to some important cards in the sideboard with Red Cap Melee, Fry, Scorching Dragonfire. Also makes this deck resilient to mono red, which is why this archetype, as opposed to just blue green, I think is a little bit better right now, just because mono red's so strong. If you've never played Flash before, I'll give you a quick rundown of the deck. We do have, as the archetype expresses, a lot of Flash cards. We play instants, we play counters, and we play all cards that you're going to play on your opponent's turn. The big cards in this that make this archetype possible and make this archetype valid, other than a shit ton of counters, is Brineborn Cutthroat. It's something you get down early, you can grow throughout the course of the game, and adds a major threat. If you can stick this on the board and they can't deal with it that turn, and you can back it up with a lot of counters, they might not be able to ever get this off the board. They keep trying to do stuff, you counter their stuff. As you do that, this gets huge and you kill them that way. The other big one is Nightpack Ambusher. Again, because you're putting it down at the end of their turn, it's hard for them to answer right away. And if you can put it down at the end of their turn and resolve it, back it up with a bunch of counters, they can't deal with it. You're not doing really anything on your turn if you're countering their spells that are trying to kill this. So you end up making a ton of creature tokens, a bunch of 3/3s. This just steamrolls the game and you end up winning. All around that is basically a bunch of stuff to annoy your opponent. We got Quenches, Negates, we have Mystical Disputes, Sinister Sabotages, Ionize, we have Frilled Mystic, and we have Brazen Borrowers, all meant to stop your opponent from playing Magic. So that's one of the reasons why this archetype can be very frustrating for your opponent. But like I said, if you're the type of person that just wants to make everyone angry, I appreciate that, and that's what this archetype is for. So enjoy the gameplay. We got a couple good competitive games for you coming up, and I do enjoy this deck, and it is really, really good. So enjoy the games. I really did. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Groggy. That's accurate. All right, we're gonna play first. We have the lands we need. We'll probably start off with the Fable Passage. Crack it for another blue source. It's important that we get double blue and double green. We already got the red splash in there, so we're good. We're going to need the double blue for Sabotage anyways, so. Get that bad boy out. Alright. Go untapped here. Cuts off the Bone Crusher Giant by not paying for Steam Vents, but doesn't look like we're going to need it. What are you doing? Breeding Pool? Or not Breeding Pool, Brave Bar. This might be a mirror match. Right. Or maybe Simic Flash. Got 2 of them. Okay, it's good getting that down. We have our counters open. What is better? So it's nice to use Quench because we might lose value on it later. But Sinister Sabotage is better with the mana. I'm going to use the Sabotage now. I don't have anything else to use a mana for anyways. That kills me putting that in my graveyard, but I don't have the second source of green mana anyways. Oh, Reclamation. Guess I should have figured that was coming. No red. I haven't seen a red source yet. There it is. There she goes. On top. What could it be? A Bone Crusher. I mean, I hope he counters it. I'm okay with that if that's what he uses mana for. He's pretty low on health, so this could be our best option. Just try to kill him as fast as we can. These negates will be good against expansion explosions. Oh, he uses it as a draw, okay. Really would like to have 4th mana so I can double spell. We get Brazen Borrower, but unfortunately because we don't have the mana, we're not going to be able to counter Reclamation afterwards. Okay, I have a choice here. I should probably keep the negate open. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to hold negate open, wait. We might be able to Bone Crusher Giant at the end of the turn again. He'll probably be forced to counter it because we're putting a lot of pressure on him here. If we catch a big expansion explosion with this, that's good. But he's probably going to hold counter open with expansion explosion. So it might not be that great. Which is why I need that 4th mana source. Alright, here we go. Nissa. Huh. I don't know if I really have a choice here. I have to try to counter Nissa. Oh, it resolves. Again, no 4th mana. Okay, that's a good sign. Ionize. Okay. Again. So if I can catch something with Ionize and he can't deal with my board or gain life, I win anyways. So I'm not going to play out Bone Crusher Giant. Just going to hold open the counters. Alright. Another Wilderness Reclamation. Yep. Poop. Perfect. He couldn't counter it. Alright. Whew. That was stressful. And it only gets better from here, though, because we have Aether Gust, we have the Mystical Disputes, Disdainful Stroke. I might not put Disdainful Stroke in, though. We don't want to take out all of our... damage, though. Because we're going to need to deal with some creatures, I would imagine. He's probably going to put some in, so we're going to leave in Bone Crusher Giants. But I think we're okay here. Our two Spectral Sailors put in some work in that one. Alright, what's the cuts? Not really sure here. I think this is all pretty good against him. I can take out one Brazen Borrower, one Quench. Quench can be good to catch Reclamation on turn 4, though, so I don't know. But as it gets later in the game, it loses value, especially if he has a lot of mana open. It's likely he'll have 2 mana to pay. Yeah, we need more mana. But everything else is perfect. Do we need more mana? Yeah, we need more mana. Okay, that's good. Actually, drop in the Temple. It's better here. Keep our counters. Start off tapped. Get the Scry anyways, so I think it's good. It guarantees we get to 3 mana. Oh, well, there's this anyways. I'm going to keep it. Pay for it. Nah, it doesn't do it. Okay. This is the aggressive play. It's going to force a counter out of him. Okay, good. It's one less Mystical Dispute. Okay, good. We're pretty much killing ourselves, but I don't think it's going to matter in this matchup, and I want to have the option to try to drop Night Pack Ambush at the end of his turn. Make him run out of his counters. He'll run out eventually. Okay, cool. I mean, that works. Just gonna keep killing ourselves. Alright, that is a excellent sign. We have Ionized Mystical Disputes open. He's gonna have a tough time here. Ugh. This is one of those matchups. He's probably pulling his hair out right now. Not risking it. We're just gonna keep smacking them with the wolves. Keep all our counters open. Keep pumping out little pups. Yeah, so Mystical Dispute was the only counter that he had, and got it out of him early. Did what we needed to do, and I don't think he has a way to win here. You can try. You can also fail. Oh. Not gonna win this. Yep. Alright. We frustrate our opponent to death, and that's basically this deck. Alright. Cicatog, I don't know. Play first, that's a good sign. We like going first. We have a lot of Brindeboard and Cutthroats. We don't have any counters, which could be a problem. But we have enough of them in our deck that we should be able to draw into. And Brazen Borrower's good though. If we can get a couple Brindborns building up into Nightpack Ambusher. Hopefully this is something that's going to use removal to try to deal with these Cutthroats. It's ramp. More than likely this is ramp, so I think we have a decent matchup here. Mystic's good. We gotta get to our second green source. I don't know. Maybe take the Ambusher. Maybe the Frilled Mystic. It's our only counter. But the Ambusher is one of those things that if it gets on the board can just run away with the game, as we saw in the last game. Okay, he does take the counter. Alright, so this is Sultai. Interesting. I haven't really gone against Sultai in a while. I mean, it's basically the same thing though, right? Just ramp up and then eventually put out giant green, blue creatures. We're gonna get that on the board. We'll take the Ambusher. Although the Brazen Borrower is kind of a threat anyways, but we have two of them. The Brazen Borrower is going to let us make these pretty big. We're going to do some damage here. We can bounce Nissa and stuff like that. Ooh, that's awesome. That is exactly what we needed to see. Nissa. They always have Nissa. But even with Nissa, we are looking okay here at Thought Erasure. I'm not going to use my mana to well, I guess I can. I don't have anything to Brazen Borrower anyways. It's going to make him... We're going to lose 2 cards instead of 1. Yeah, no, we're just going to drop the Borrower. We'll let it resolve. Burrow goes down. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're coming in for 10 next turn. He's going to get him down to 4. Guess I didn't have to do that yet, but I'm impatient. It's like one of the main reasons I don't play Flash a lot, never have, is because I'm super impatient. And it's not a great deck if you're very impatient. Coming in hot. I mean, worst case, I mean, we do have 2 more flyers. He's going to go to 7. If all he does is Uro next turn, that would be ideal. We can even bounce Uro. Gets it out of the way. Frees up probably more damage, which is a better play. He may have the mana to Nissa into Uro. But he's gonna have to tap the animated land anyways, so I think that's still us winning. Because we can bounce Uro, and we're gonna come in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Yeah, alright. Take game 1. Which is good because we went first. We want to win those matches that we go first. And coming from the sideboard, we're going to put in the Mystical Disputes, put in the Aether Gusts, obviously. Disdainful Stroke is okay. Scorching Dragonfire is okay. But not... I think that's good. What do we take out? 1 Quench again. We just run 3 disputes. Preserver, it's good again. It's okay against Hydrocrisis. That's really it. I'm taking those out. We'll run like that. I haven't played enough matchups with this deck to know the exact sideboard plan, but it's definitely one that I think the more you play it, the better you're going to get at it. I played probably like 4 or 5 matchups leading into the video, and definitely got better at it as I went. It's something I'd recommend practicing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We're going to have a harder time beating him down with the Cutthroat this game, though, going second. But we have the Sinister Sabotage. That's good. Start off with the Breeding Pool. We'll probably pay for Steam Vents next turn. It's good. That gives us all the mana we need. Okay, he gets an arrow down, starts gaining life. So, good thing, even though we're going second this game, if we do happen to lose, we're going to go first, and we get a massive advantage. This is definitely a deck that benefits a lot from going first. Any Flash deck really does that. Again, going to keep killing ourselves. Seems to be a theme with this deck, but we hope that by doing that we can counter big spells from them. Like Cry of the Carnarium. Yeah, might as well. Let's hope he doesn't have a... Okay, good. He didn't have a counter to back it up with. Do we want the 5th mana? I don't think we want it, the 5th mana right now. Allows us to double spell, but Spectral Sailor isn't that big of a deal to get down. Okay, we have Ionize open. We can, if he forces us to Ionize, we'll Ionize and Spectral Sailor. If he doesn't, then we have Night Pack Ambusher, which is just as good. Krasis, yeah. I think we counter the Krasis. Crack this for another blue source. I'm just doing it all now. He's tapped out, doesn't have anything else to do. He gains 2 life, but we grow our boys. Aether Gust, very good. Also, not good against Krasis. Good against Uro though, but he can't bring back Uro this turn. So we'll be able to Aether Gust and Brazen Borrower. That's going to turn into 7-5 or 7-6. Still not lethal, unfortunately. But he's getting real low. I did play this matchup once before. Okay, there's Cavalier. Yeah, we're definitely gusting that before it hits the battlefield. He bottoms it. Okay. Really hope he doesn't have a Brazen Borrower. Or an Aether. Well, no. Yeah, Brazen Borrower would be to bounce the Brianborn. Okay, Growth Spiral. There's a lot of mana now. We could really use a counter spell. Oh man. Asking you shall receive. Hopefully it's enough. I think it probably will be. But those are some strong last words. He can't escape Uro yet. He might have like a Growth Spiral that's gonna allow him to do that. Kinda have to be careful what we counter here. If he has a counter of his own, it'll allow him to escape Uro if we do it during the main phase. So that we're not going to counter. Because it doesn't really matter. It'll allow him to escape Uro, but we can just counter the Uro that he tries to bring back. Which is much better. We still have lethal as of now. If he has a Mystical Dispute in hand, well, now that he put that down, he could have like negate. Oh, not negate. Negate won't work, so hopefully he does have a negate. What are you gonna do? Perfect. All right. And we take 2 in a row. That's all right. That's great. So we go 2-0 both matchups against 2 top tier decks. So it shows you how the deck can function. We went against Ramp and we went against Temur Reclamation, 2 of the top decks right now in the meta. This deck is a very competitive deck and something that has performed well in competitive environments and has performed well for me just now on the ladder. So throw it together. I highly recommend it. It is something that you play when you're depressed and you just want to make people mad. It's not something that you play with your friends because then they'll probably hate you. But just kidding, guys. Enjoy your time on the ladder for the rest of this set. We're almost done, but still some cool decks emerging, cool decks to try out. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I have links to my Discord and my Twitch channel, which I did my first stream on over the weekend, and I plan to do more in the future, so check that out as well. And I appreciate your support, guys. Have a nice day.